Hey everyone, my name is Jungle and welcome to this very first video about my add-ons. I've started this series because if you can see me playing the game and you can see different things or my game looks different, you can just navigate to these videos and you can check what add-ons I'm using and why and how am I using them. So the first add-on I want to talk about is called ElvUI. It changes the game's UI, as you might guess from the name, and it's very good, very beneficial, I think, because it's smaller than the original one and gives you much more customization and tweaking than the original UI. So for this I'm going to make a new character because if you want to download this add-on and try it out, you are going to see the same kind of panels and things which I'm going to see when I'm creating a new one. So I'm just making a random character. Let's make it a Tauren Priest, whatever. Give it a random name. I'm going to delete it anyway and log into it. Let's see. So we are just logging in finally. Hopefully, come on, wow, you can do it. That's it. I just got rid of the cinematic. And now we're in the game. As you can see, it doesn't really look like at all like the original World of Warcraft UI. And you get a little nice window which will tell you to install the add-on. So you can skip the process and do everything by hand, which I don't really recommend in the beginning because it might be a bit messy until you get familiar with the add-on. So I'll just hit continue. Setting up CVARs. Honestly, I don't really know what this does, but it says high importance, so why not? Setup chat, it is going to split your chat onto two windows, so it might make your chat look a bit more tidy. I like to do that mostly, and then you can set up the look of your add-on. So basically, what colors do you have? I usually set it to class, so as you can see, as a priest, I've got this white, and most of the bars, Kaswas, will be white as well. So hit continue. Depending on your resolution, which the add-on will tell you. Like I'm playing on Full HD, which is considered as high resolution, so I'm going to hit high. Hit continue. And in the next window, you are going to see that what do you want to do. As I'm a priest and I think I'm going to go holy this time, I'll just hit healer. It gives you a little tooltip as well. If you're a healer, it is just giving you a tooltip that you might download an add-on called Click, which is actually helping you with healing because you can do it on the party or raid frame with just mouse over and your keybinds on your different healing spells. So hit yes, and then hit continue. So the next one is auras. To set this up, usually I like to set it up to aura bars and icons because it will give you a bit more detailed and more tidy looking information about your buffs and debuffs which you have on. So you can see your procs maybe on your trinkets or the different party buffs or raid buffs you have, so you can decide whether you use or not to use your personals. So I just hit aura bars and icons and hit continue, and it says I'm finished. It just reloads the UI pretty fast and you are in game now. You are going to get these tooltips until you disable them. It says for technical support visit us at tukui.org. If you've got a problem or you want to go into advanced tweaking or you need help, on this website, on the forums, you can get very detailed and help, and most of the people are very helpful if you don't understand something. So I just go hide this. So now we are not ready yet. If you want your spells down there, fair enough, you can be ready, but I want to show you just some little tweaks. If you hit this little C letter here, it will toggle the ElvUI's menu, where you can actually personalize everything you want. Or if you're a bit more comfortable with typing, you can just type in /ElvUI, and if you hit enter, you are going to get the same menu as well. So most important of these things is install. It is going to bring up the same window which we just went through, and toggle anchors, which is your customization, your main customization window. So here you actually can change everything and where everything comes. So what I usually do, I usually put the boss button away. This button you are going to see a lot. It is helping you, especially in Draenor, on different places. You are having your different kind of abilities you can use, or in boss fights when you get a debuff or something which you have to get rid of or you have to put somewhere. This button will show it anyways. I usually put it on the side because I don't really like it on the middle, and it is because I like my bars on the middle. It's just a personal choice. I say if you really like it somewhere else, you can just put it somewhere else. Player bar, usually I have it down there. So yeah, when you've got all these nicely set up, it just takes a while. It's sticky, so it actually can put your bars nicely under each other. So just let's do this, and I usually have my own frame and my bar down there, as it usually doesn't really matter if I can see there myself. All the buffs and debuffs I will see there, and obviously just with a quick look I can check my health, and I can check whether I want or do not want to use a specific spell. My target frame, I usually just put it up there alongside with the target bar, just to be able to see my target always, and the focus frame, which is going to show your focus. These are the most important things you will see. Usually pet frame I just hide. I don't really recon on it, and the target frame, which is more likely PvP PvP oriented or tank oriented. I usually just hide it down there if I don't really need it. So that should be it. I can just hit lock, and all my stuff are in a different place as well. If I go back to the menu, there's a very interesting and very helpful thing called Add-on skins. It's mostly good for change the look of your add-ons, and if you go to embed settings, whichever TPS meter you're using, or if you're using one, you can make it appear on the chat down there. If you hit single embed system, and as I'm using recount, I am going to change it to recount. Also here you can see which damage add-ons it supports. So I just hit OK, and as you can see, my recount just came down here in a nicely designed little window, and I can interact with it on the same way as I would be able on the different UI. And if I hit right click on that little arrow, it will bring back the chat menu. Here on the action bars, you can set up the microbar, which is going to bring you up the original game menu. So if you're not really uh, familiar with the key bindings of these menus, you can just bring it up so you can click them anytime you want. Also, you can see if any bars are disabled or enabled. As you can see, my bar 4 is disabled. I usually enable it and I put my mounts or my professions here, or my Hearthstone, which is not that important in a fight than all those spells down there. So I'm enabling all the bars, and I think I'm done. And mainly that's it. There's only one more thing. How you can set your keybinds up in this add-on. It's very easy. You can go to the menu, go to the action bars, and you can hit keybind mode, or you can type /kb and it will bring up the same thing. So if you hit character specific key bindings, it won't change all the other key binds on your other characters if you want to use different ones on this. Maybe in the beginning it might be useful because you might not be familiar with all your key binds, or you want to use them differently. It can help you. I usually go with the same key bindings, and I'm just memorizing the spells on which keybind which I'm using. So if you go mouse over on one of the little squares and hit a button, it is going to bind it there. So as you can see, I've got some set up, like you can bind 2 or 3 different keys for one spell as well. As you can see, I've got there 0. I don't really hit 0 anyway because it's a bit far, but I've got it to set to Q as well. And of course, if you hit maybe button combinations as Shift plus E or F or Control plus E, F, C, whatever, it is going to bind it for you. And if you hit save, it is going to save all your key bindings. If you hit discard, obviously it is not going to save anything. And mainly that would be it. I think I summarized the basics up. If you need any extra help, you go to the forums, or if you don't understand something, just make sure to go to the comment section, and I'm going to try to answer it to my best knowledge. And also the download link and the link to the website's forum will be on the description in this video. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you liked it, and if you liked it, make sure to subscribe, and you can follow me on Facebook or Twitter. Thank you very much. Bye.